Ladies and gentlemen, how lovely to see you, and thank you very much, Claire and Lydia, for inviting us along here this morning to Hunt House. I'm Nick Wilkes, and this is my colleague Chris Sweeting from Salon Privé. And what we'd like to do today is give you a bit of an overview of Salon Privé itself, and then take you through some of the things that we're doing this year, some of the exciting things at our two events, and hopefully we'll entice as many members of the RREC to come along to our events as possible. So without further ado, let's go on. If you could click on the next one, Chris. So we started 19 years ago in fact, if you've gone to the next slide. So our history is we started originally at the Hurlingham Club. Then moving on to Salon, and 2015, we're getting bigger and bigger and realising that we need more space for our event. And in discussions with our now patron, the Duke of Marlborough, we organised our move to Blenheim Palace, and it's just a fabulous location. There is so much space, which is very important for us, and we'll come on to that in a moment. But also, he's a fabulous patron. He absolutely adores his cars, gets involved, brings along his family to all of the events, loves to take part in the judging as well. So it's just a fabulous, and it's the synergy is wonderful. And then in 2022, we have also started a second event at another iconic British location, the Royal Hospital, Chelsea. And we're incredibly lucky. We're only the fourth event to be held there. And we come immediately before the Chelsea Flower Show. So we have to be very careful, and we have to get out of there on time, because literally as we leave, they arrive to start setting up that incredible venue. But we're now in our third year at the Royal Hospital, and I'll come on and tell you a bit about what we're doing there this year in a moment. What is so different about us is we're not a motor show. It's much more than that. We are a luxury lifestyle event. So it's just as important the social aspect of it, the concours, the enjoyment, the catering, the style that everybody brings. And so this whole sort of lifestyle event is what we prefer to be known as, rather than just being a motor show, because there are so many other important pieces to it: luxury lifestyle, hospitality, etc., as I've mentioned. If you can click on the, so this is just a video from our website, which okay, we're not connected.
So what are the origins of Salon Privé? What are the origins of it? Did someone start it up?
So Andrew and David Bagley are the two brothers behind Salon Privé, who set it up. They both have a background in events, exhibition sales. Andrew is also the managing director of a large skincare company. So it was set up originally as a luxury lifestyle event, never really as a car show, motor show, because all of those aspects have always been really important to us. Not only the cars, but also that the hospitality and social side of it. Yeah. So and that's the way we continue.
Yeah. Socially, what goes on there?
I'll come on to that in a moment. But yeah, and you'll see that hopefully the video will work.
We could always share the video if we, I'm so sorry about the Wi-Fi connection. We could always share the video with you all after.
Well, it's literally the front page of our website. So okay, it should go up should go. Okay, just click on it. See if it will. I was thinking about it.
Actually, it's the first time we used them. So.
Should we crack on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's crack on.
This is the village location. We were talking earlier about the work about one house in the village location.
Yeah, keep a little bit. Okay. So, apologies for that interrupt, that technical hitch. So, a large part of our event is obviously the Concours, and we're extremely proud to be one of the most well-renowned concours in the world, and we're very lucky to be one of the 7 concours currently chosen for Peninsula Classics Best of the Best. Everybody's heard of Sir Michael Kaduri. I know he's a member of your club and owns AX201. Well, Sir Michael set up the Peninsula Classics Best of the Best. So all of the winners from the concours around the world who are in this very exclusive group, the winner of the Best of Show goes forward to the Peninsula Classics Best of the Best each year. And we're very fortunate to be in that. This is our winner for 2023, which is Bugatti 57C by Corsica, owned by Lord Bamford. And this went forward in 2023. This was our winner in 2022, a Ferrari 250F Zagato. And as well in our concours, we also, one of the really important things to us is that our concours is judged by the International Chief Judge Advisory Group, a group of world-renowned experts, authors, marque experts, people from the classic car insurance, so some collectors themselves. We're the only concours in the UK to be judged by ICJAG, and we're very, very proud of that. As well as our concours, we also run alongside, we also have a thing which we call the Churchill Cup, which is for best design. And for that, we bring along design judges. So we will get heads of design from the likes of Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, Ferrari, to come along, and they will choose cars based on the aesthetic, design, how that particular car looks. We also, I go back to the Duke of Marlborough, the picture in the bottom left there. We occasionally get a really interesting car, and we were told about a car that was coming from Italy, from a gentleman, Professor Magnetti, and he tried to bring the car over one year, but couldn't get the paperwork. It happened to be a good old Brexit issue. But last year, 2023, he brought this magnificent Phantom, which happened to belong to the Duke of Marlborough's grandfather. And you can just see on the outside here, there's the monogram, and inside it's just unbelievable. The coachwork, the curtains, the interior, embroidery, whatever, absolutely magnificent. Needless to say, there is a Duke of Marlborough's award each year, and surprise, surprise, he gave it to that car. And I understand, on good authority, that he is at the moment in negotiation to buy the car back from the Italian gentleman. Thank you. Here we go. No one for recognising who the gentleman in this photograph is, but he's going to be signing autographs later. Saturday is, we call it a supercar Saturday, but certainly in my opinion, the best part about it is what's known as the Lockton Club Trophy. So our club trophy presented by Lockton. And each year we invite a number of clubs along, Rolls-Royce Enthusiast Club being one, to compete for a number of different trophies. And this is really important. So we offer 2 trophies to each club. One which we call the Secretaries or the Club Trophy, and the other the Manufacturers Trophy. And what we do is the club members will come along, and we will then ask a member of the team. We were lucky enough to have Claire with us last year, who went and did judging. And also, if the manufacturer is with us, a member of the company will come along. I should say at this point, Rolls-Royce are the largest exhibitor now at Salon Privé, both in London and at Blenheim. And so 2 awards are presented at that point. Now, all of the clubs who have taken part are doing the same, judging and deciding on 2 cars. We then move those 2 cars from each club to the other side, to the South Lawn, which is where we hold most of the whole of the event. And then all of those cars, we normally have 10 or 12 clubs at the most, so 24 cars at the most. Those cars are then judged against each other by a team selected by Lockton. The winner of that is then presented with the Lockton Club Trophy, and in 2022, it was the beautiful wraith of Stephen. And you can see the trophies that he won, he kindly brought along today. So it's a really important day for us, and we really want to get as many of the members along as possible. It's a wonderful day, because not only is there this club atmosphere, but there's also everything that there is to enjoy on the South Lawn at Blenheim. So we have all of these amazing manufacturers, including, as I say, Rolls-Royce. And one of the important things to bring out at this point is this year it being 120 years of Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce are wanting to do something a little bit special. I don't know what that is. I'm just told by David Bagley, who's been talking to Rolls-Royce Motor Cars, they're going to do something special at the event. What we are also doing, which is literally, I was on a meeting yesterday. I'm sure everybody knows Georgina Wood from P&A Wood. She's going to curate a special class in our Concours. Inspiring Greatness, 120 years of Rolls-Royce Motor Cars, which is just magnificent. We're going to look for 8 of the finest Rolls-Royces that we can find to make up a class in our Concours, which is very exciting for us, and hopefully we'll encourage some of those fabulous Rolls-Royces to come from all over the world. Which is great. Rolls-Royce, as I said, have also said that they will bring something very special along. We don't know what that is. So the day on the Saturday is just a magnificent celebration of motoring, but also luxury lifestyle, enjoyment and hospitality. So something that we're very proud of. In the past, up until 2022, there was always a clash between ourselves and Hampton Court. And I know that RREC support the Hampton Court event as well. We've always been very conscious of that. And so what we've tried to do is move ourselves to enable clubs such as yourselves to attend both. We used to have an event on the Sunday. We have now stopped that, so our event is on the Saturday, which would enable members to come to us if they wish, and on the Sunday go to Hampton Court if they wish. Similarly with our Concours. Our Concours used to run Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the Hampton Court Concours runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have now moved our Concours, so it finishes on a Thursday, to enable people then, if they wish, to enter the other Concours as thus hopefully giving you as members of RREC the opportunity to visit 2 fantastic shows over that same weekend. So, excuse the pictures of Ferraris.
They're all red.
We wanted one in the Great Court, and unfortunately Rolls-Royce has not been in the Great Court. And I could put in at this point, Chris and I, we spent hours. It's like a jigsaw puzzle or Tetris. It's more like Tetris, where you're trying to fit people into the right slots on the North Lawn. The Great Court is a magnificent area, obviously, but we always want to fill the Great Court. 80 to 120 cars, really, is what you need to fill the Great Court. So, if Rolls-Royce could get 80 cars, then we'd be very happy to give you the Great Court. But of course, because of the real estate that there is around, we need to put clubs into particular areas. If, say, you only had 20 or 30, then we would have to put somebody else in there to use up all of the space. Anyway, tickets are available on the website now, and as you see down here, each of our invited clubs has their own ticket page on our website. So it's very easy, click in, and as you come through, the club logo will be there, click on the club logo, and it will take you to this page where you can purchase your tickets. It should be relatively simple. Chris, how many at the moment from our REC? We did a check on this.
Said that quietly.
Said that quietly. There's still a lot of time, obviously.
What's the date?
It's Saturday the 31st of August. So the Concours is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the club day is Saturday the 31st. So I've mentioned all of those. Okay.
So these tickets refer to the club trophy day specifically?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Just to give you an idea of what else we are doing within Salon Privé. So,
Italy.
so yes, we are expanding. It's very exciting. We're moving into other realms now. So April is our big event at the Royal Hospital Chelsea, now in its 3rd year. One of the really exciting pieces about that is we do hold a concours, but this is a totally unique concours in the whole of the world. Nobody else does it. We call it a concours de vente. It is only open to car dealers. And every car that is displayed in the concours must be for sale. So anyone who comes along can buy a concours car off the lawn. Sounds a little bizarre, but it works. Last year, 4 cars were sold off the lawn, including an Aston Martin DB4 GT and a Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible. So it's one of the unique and fantastic things about our London event. So that is in April. That's the 18th to the 20th of April this year. We run it for Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is our family day. In May, we're running a tour, Giro dei Laghi, around the lakes of Italy. On our tours, we try and link them in with one of the other world-renowned Concours events. So we arrive there on Saturday, and we go and visit Villa d'Este, the Concours del Ganzo. We're then doing a 5-day tour around the lakes, which will include a visit to the Riva Motorboat Museum. And we finish at a magnificent hotel called the Biblos Art, which is just outside Verona. And again, something new for this year is we've started some Cotswold tours. The location here, and I think there's a slide of it also, is a newly opened hotel called Estelle Manor. Literally 10 minutes from Blenheim Palace. It has spent 3 years being refurbished and is owned now by the same people who own Glen Eagles. It's a hotel and members club. And we have entered into a contract with them, so we have rooms there, and we are organising tours around the Cotswolds. So the package is you arrive, you spend a night, you do a tour around. In the evening, you would either have dinner at Estelle Manor, or you would link in with one of the evening events at Salon Privé. For example, on the Wednesday night we have dinner hosted by the Duke in the Palace. On the Tuesday night we have a new event, which I'll talk about in a moment. And then the following day you come along to Salon Privé on a hospitality ticket. So this is a new exciting idea that we've got. And we're running tours on 4 consecutive days. Salon Privé, obviously, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but also on the Tuesday, for those entrants in the Concours, we also run a tour of the Cotswolds for them as well. To kick off Salon Privé, we have new for this year. Has anyone been to Monterey Car Week? Monterey Car Week start their event with an event which we're replicating here. London Oxford Airport is only 5 minutes from Blenheim Palace. They have just built an enormous new hangar, Hangar 15, and we are filling Hangar 15. One of our, in fact, 2 of our sponsors. One is Boeing Business Jets. So they're going to have a couple of fitted out 737s in the hangar. And one of our other is Textron, Bell Textron. And they do smaller aircraft, bombardiers, etc., and of course Bell helicopters. So we're going to have Avia, and we're also going to have all of our manufacturers. So Rolls-Royce Motor Cars will be there, and Ferrari and Aston Martin and Lamborghini and all of those others who are joining us in the hangar. And our Concours entrants will also have their cars there. And we're going to have a magnificent party in there to kick off the whole of the event. And then in October, we run our second tour, which visits Zuta, the Zuta Grand Prix in Belgium. So again, another exciting tour. This year on our Italian trip, we're only taking 15 cars. To Zuta, we're taking 40. And then next year, we're going to increase and look to take 40 to Italy as well as Zuta. So again, we're expanding our numbers. So, really, in summary, Salon Privé, we like to think of it as an experience. It is far more than a motor show. It is that whole experience that you can see on here. We've introduced a few photographs of some Rolls Royces. This was last year, the Spectre. But again, you can see the enjoyment. One thing I did miss out on, you'll see a number of ladies here in rather lovely hats. Friday at Salon Privé is Ladies' Day. Boodles is the Boodles for Jewelers is one of our main sponsors. And every day on the Ladies' Day every year, we have the Boodles Ladies Best Hat competition. The prize being a piece of Boodles jewellery. Magnificent day, all the ladies turn out, it's rather like Royal Ascot, and just magnificent, really lovely. Just to show that we're also encompassing and moving forward on the sustainability agenda, And where were we talking earlier? This photograph in the bottom right corner, you might not see it too well, but it's a phantom. It's an electrified phantom. Electrogenic are the company that produce it. It was interesting, they revealed it at Salon Privé last year. Now, if I can just paint a picture, the lawn at Salon Privé, we have all of our exhibitors around the outside. And then we place the Concours cars inside in a sort of a horseshoe shape, mirroring where all the exhibitors are. You saw the picture of the Duke of Marlborough's Phantom. So the class that the Duke of Marlborough's Phantom is going to be in was in a location right in front of where the electrogenic display was. This was covered over. We had no idea what it was. But electrogenic then came to us and said, look, this is a little bit, could you possibly move that car a little bit out of the way? Because we're about to reveal something. Okay, we'll tell you, it's a phantom. But, so we moved the Duke of Marlborough's car well out of the way so that they could reveal this phantom. For the purist, undoubtedly you'd hate it. However, if we do think about it, it is for the sustainable future. It enables us to still drive these vehicles. And so it's something that we are encouraging more people to come and see these cars at our events. And we now have 2 or 3 manufacturers who bring along cars of this type. One final interesting point on that, I learned yesterday, I don't know if there are any film buffs here, but that car now belongs to Jason Momoa, who's the big hairy chap in Aquaman and all of those other things. So he has bought that. So they are getting more and more popular with a lot of people. Yeah, whether you like it or not, these things are happening. Okay. I think that's just about it. Thank you very much for your attention. That is the scene on the South Lawn where Salon Privé, our South Lawn home. And we would love, obviously, to see as many members of the RRC come along as possible. One thing that we are looking to do is that I didn't mention. We know that many of you would be Concours car enthusiasts, and with this amazing class that we're introducing this year, our Concours does only run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So on a Thursday evening, all the Concours cars depart. So when the club comes on the Saturday, the lawn is filled with different cars, not the Concours cars. So what we are looking to do today is release a certain number of tickets to enable enthusiasts to come on the Wednesday or the Thursday so that they can view those cars. And we will be giving Claire more information about this, the type of tickets that are available. They're going to be a limited number, and we're going to push them across all of the different clubs. Because clearly we're celebrating other marks. We have a particular class to celebrate Porsche RS. We're celebrating 115 years of Bugatti this year. We're having a special class for Ferrari 275 as well. And our other classes on top of that. So we like to spread the love across as many of the clubs as possible. But that hopefully will be of great interest to a number of people to be able to come on to see those Concours cars in all their glory. So that's all from me. I've spoken more than enough. So if there are any questions, I can sit down and I'll let Chris answer them. Not necessarily.
Yes, that's great, thank you.
Yeah, I've got a question. So we want to encourage baby. Thank you so much for coming this morning. I was lucky enough to go to Blenheim Palace back in early September, and it was an exquisite event that really knocked my socks off. In terms of if I was a member and a car owner, are you suggesting that possibly the Blenheim Palace event is the better, if I wanted to bring a car, because I was a member, Blenheim Palace would be more preferable than the London event?
Yes.
Yes. The club event. So London, 9 for particular its location.
Yeah.
London is more come on the tube and see the cars.
That's actually an extremely good point. Yeah. For anybody who knows the location of the Royal Hospital, Chelsea, it's the lawns are tiny. We do not have space for parking cars. So everybody who comes tends to jump on the tube or get dropped off and picked up afterwards. It is something we are looking at very carefully because we appreciate that some people like to have the opportunity to turn up in their car, particularly if it is a classic or something that they may think that other people would like to look at. So we're looking into the possibility of trying to find the odd space here and there. Now I appreciate that Rolls Royce has got to be that rather than that, that rather than that. So, but we are aware that that is an issue, and we're trying. It's part of our development, trying to develop our event. We are only in the 3rd year, so there's a lot of things that we're conscious that we're wanting to work on and improve, and that is one of them, to try and get somewhere where members of particular clubs could bring along their cars as well. So thank you for including that.
No, thank you. I'm interested to hear from Stephen's perspective. The trophies are hiding here. Are these your trophies?
Yeah, they're the ones we got in that picture there. Yeah, it was. We were lucky enough because that was that first year. In fact, Nick had approached me at the Silverstone Classic on a very, very rainy day. when I was hosting us there, and said, "Did you know this was a few years ago? You're a guest club and hadn't had many people coming up." So Ailton was here at the time, so I talked to Ailton and encouraged more people to come. So we had quite a few more people than sign up to come. And me included, and then so we got one of the trophies, which is the smaller one on the right.
That wasn't the reason you got the trophies.
It was lovely, but we got the secretary trophy, which was lovely. And then we did the parade. So Mia and I were having a ball of a day. Mia had a lovely fresh hat on, and were there hobnobbing with people. We had a really good day out there. Actually, it was really good fun. Met some lovely people, and then we paraded through, like Nick was saying, and we had to be the last one they trawled through. So we're just watching everyone, they were trawled through, and they said, now we call back one, which is the best. And they said, we don't have to this time because it's this car, we were the last one on there. So we were over the moon to get the best in show at that day, which was absolutely lovely, everything was so nice. But it was a really good day out. I mean, went the year afterwards. Couldn't go last year, Himalayas, but that was good. But we enjoy it because it's actually in our area, not too far for us, we can go. But out on the North Lawns, it's a massive classic car, with all the clubs there. So it's really good fun to just go out and see all the cars, which I like doing. And then you can come on the South Lawn if you want to pretend to buy a helicopter, you can, which is what me and I do. But, there is all that. So it's definitely the lifestyle and then the cars as well. So it's a really good fun day. And I just bought my tickets because I realised
Fantastic. Super.
And Blenheim's in its 19th year, so Nick says it's the 3rd year for London. We're in our 19th year this year.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And just in terms of my experience as I arrived last year, you arrive, I think, of course, the Blenheim Palace site is enormous, and you come in, not entirely sure where it was, gate 9 or something, and through the farm. And then I think what really excited me, seeing lots of young people along the route taking lots of photos of the cars, of all of the different cars, and I think that's why this event is so special, and that's why I wanted to create a stronger relationship with you, because this is a really great event that's well worth going to, and then if you miss it, it's at your peril.
it's lovely setting.
What Claire is referring to there is we're very conscious. For those of you who know, Blenheim is on the A44, and we'd get in terrible trouble with the police if we try to get people to come in through the main gate. So what we actually do, we're extremely lucky that the Duke has allowed us, which is You go beyond, out through Woodstock at the other side, turn left, and you come in. This year, we think we'll be back to using his private entrance. But the other entrance is actually where all the deliveries come into to Blenheim, which is called Gorham Doors. But the beauty of this is, you then drive for 2 miles through the Blenheim estate. It's fantastic because there's no traffic jams. We're not on the road, so the police we're not in trouble. And your approach to the palace is looking and over the bridge.
It is
And
cool
straight
driving
into
that
the
long
palace.
drive
Yes,
right down.
yes,
It's
yes.
very good.
Yes.
So that's another magnificent part of it, to then park up in your club paddock. So we would have a special area for the Rolls-Royce Enthusiast Club. One other piece about Rolls-Royce motor cars is they frequently, and on the Saturday as well, invite some of their best customers. And so they have a special parking area on the North Lawn. So last year we tried to park your club next to where the Rolls-Royce, they have a small welcoming tent. So we try and do what we can to make sure that the event is suited to the particular clubs as much as we can.
Yes, in fact, 2 things I've thought of. I met the manager who's running the Rolls-Royce motor car stand, and I've thought what I might like to do is possibly connect with them so that if any of our members can attend the event, that we create the opportunity so that our members can go to their display and see their cars and perhaps have a glass of fizz and take advantage of their hospitality. That's something I'd be keen to do. I also have very vivid memory of an engine that was on Julian Foster, the club chairman. Whenever he hears me talk about cars, he gets very nervous because it's not my subject of expertise. So I'm going to call it an engine that was quite large and was stood under the canopy. It was, I think, just before the judging, and you had some engineers and you fired up the engine. And I wish I could remember what type of engine it was. Merlin, was it? There you go. Merlin.
Very noisy.
Very, very noisy. But in terms of we've copied the idea ourselves for our own annual rally 24, so that's how you've inspired us. But in terms of it being an event of hospitality and car enthusiasm, for me personally, so when I saw the engine, which I remind myself now is a Merlin engine, it was really just unbelievable, wasn't it? Absolutely. But in terms of the noise and the size of the South Lawn, because it's a huge event, probably much bigger in square footage than our annual rally, and it filled the room. So I think lots for car enthusiasts, for people who might want more lifestyle, but yeah, really, really stunning and super event, which I'm keen to promote to ensure that our club members are enjoying cars and enjoying really special opportunities.
Yes, and as I said, we've worked hard to try and separate ourselves from Hampton Court to enable you to have a fantastic weekend visiting both events.
Yes, yeah, yes.
Which I know has been a problem in the past and has meant that numbers have been reduced.
Yes.
So yeah, please, we would love to see you.
Is the parking good at Hampton Court?
I have no idea about Hampton Court.
Does it not give more space than Salon Park and the little hospital ground? Because you've got the river. You can run a ferry boat up and down, didn't you? Park them up.
Well, Hampton Court's nothing to do with us.
Yeah, well, what about Hurlingham? That's on the river, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's on the river, isn't it? Hurlingham?
Hurlingham, we were there many years ago.
Yeah.
It's still Blenheim Palace is just the best location.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We're going to stay with them for many years.
Chelsea.
You think about the London venue.
Yeah,
Getting in there.
yeah.
If you can't park there, you can park along the river somewhere. You can have a little tram steamer or something going up and down the river.
We are just over the moon that we are one of only 4 events that have been allowed to be at Royal Hospital Chelsea. It is such an iconic venue, and personally, as a veteran, I just absolutely adore being there. It's a wonderful venue. It's a fantastic event. We're wonderfully supported by the Royal Hospital, the government, and the pensioners. We actually have one of the awards that we have in the Concours is actually the Pensioners Award, and I'm the concierge for both of the Concours. And when I came along, I was talking to the governor, the general, and he was saying, yes, I've got 3 young pensioners who are going to come on and judge on our behalf. So I said, well, it's so fantastic, can I brief them? And these 3 gentlemen turned up, and every single one of them was a car expert. All 3 of them have been engineers in the British Army. They went along and started looking at these cars. The car dealers were just, he was asking me questions that I couldn't answer. He said, quite embarrassing. And he said, the pensioners came back to me afterwards and they said, well, yeah, you know, one of them, it was all right, but he didn't have the correct number 8 wrench. Yeah, so I marked him down on that, so he can't be. But it's a magnificent event, and all of the pensioners come out and enjoy the lawn, meet everybody. So just as a location and as an atmosphere, it's just magnificent.
But it's a visiting one, not really.
Yeah.
It's a visiting. It's much more a visiting one. Yeah. So I've already mentioned it, Claire. So perhaps that's more for your sort of London-based Middlesex section, where it's maybe easier for them to get in.
So Salon Privé, do you pay, I haven't been, I hope you go this year, but do you pay per car or per person in the car? Or
So you pay per person. The car is free. You pay per person.
per person?
I just bought the tickets as we were sitting here. You put it, you tick the button to say I want a car to go because it's a 0 charge, but you have to say how big is the car. And then you tick as many adults that you want to bring in. I think it's like 45 hours or something ahead to go. And that's it. Like it's you and your car.
I'll come with you then, Steve.
And if you
If you buy a ticket, you can go.
but the ticket page does prompt you. So, for example, if you try and buy per adult tickets, there'll then be a flash up. Don't forget to get your free paddock pass.
Yeah.
Or similarly, if you just try to get a free paddock pass,
Without
it
a
says,
different person.
don't forget to buy a ticket. Sorry, Mike, yeah.
And with it being 120 years of Rolls-Royce at the Salon Privé Blenheim Palace event, will they not have a Spitfire flying overhead as a crowning glory to the event?
Well,
It's powered by a Rolls-Royce engine.
there's still time. It's only February.
It would be good to have that.
It would, yeah. It's probably
Maybe an English hurricane also.
That'd be something special, wouldn't it? If it was to land as well. Oh, I'm getting ahead of us. Make a note, Chris.
That's it.
The memorial flight.
Memorial.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, chief engineer lady was giving us a talk last year there.
I think you just have to apply with them, tell them when your event is what it's about, if it's related, and if they're doing tours, they swing past, don't they? They will swing past events if you tell them when it is. Yep. I think you just have to do the paperwork to let them know what's happening and when, and as they plan their routes up the weekend, they do all the fly pasts.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that makes sense if they're in here already
Yeah,
and flying past. They can.
I think there's money involved. I mean, it certainly is. And I know we had it at the annual rally.
Yeah. The best one was Eggenberg.
Eton, yeah, there's a lot.
They had to stop Heathrow for a while. So
Well, we had royal patronage at that one.
Yeah.
So
I would think that would be a must.
We've written it down.
yeah, lovely.
Fantastic. Does anybody else have any more questions?
Good presentation.
One
Thank you.
quick thing is just thinking about it. No Mark has won the club trophy twice. So
Perhaps you're not allowed to win it twice.
well, not the same car. Not the same car, but it would be great to see another Rolls Royce.
I think that applies at Pebble Beach also, doesn't it?
In,
At Pebble Beach, I don't think they
Pebble
allow
Beach,
Okay.
a
we also in
consecutive
our
winners.
Concours, we don't allow, it's a
I'm not
5
sure.
year rule in the Concours. So if you won in the prize in the Concours, you can't bring that same car back.
Yes.
I took mine there the year after we went back again, but I contacted the Lockton, because Lockton sponsored the trophies on the club day.
Okay.
And I bought my tickets like I have now, and I'll do it again this year. And I called Lockton up and said, did you want my car? Because that was the first year they did it, I think, they sponsored it. And they got the hospitality tent right by the thing. They said, yeah, put your car in front of our hospitality. So we parked around on the lawn with the car there. I just stayed with them pretty much all day, but that was fun to do as well. But that year, a special rebuilt Ferrari won. And then they said, oh, last year, they said it'd be nice if we had a lineup of winners. But I had to contact them and said, I can't do last year, I was away. But it would have been interesting to have a little tiny Ferrari next to my big one.
Yeah, and last year E-Type came.
Was it the E-Type last year?
E-Type.
Oh, it's stunning.
So it's been E-Type, Ferrari 308,
Then that Ferrari.
You're right. The year before that, it was a Miura, and the year before that, it was a McLaren Senna.
Okay, so they've done it 5 years now, they've done it. Yeah, it was fun to go back and see other things. It's just very eclectic, of course, because it's all the clubs that come through. And they're all specials, they're all sort of coach builds or hand builds or hand finished and things. So it's really cool. And a lot of them are by enthusiasts as well. I mean, the Ferrari guy, this is him and his son, they had spent, it was a well-known car, they'd spent a long time rebuilding that car.
They are a Ferrari specialist,
Yeah,
Barkowitz.
but this was a special they've been
This was
spending
their
years
their
in
personal
and
car.
finally it come up.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was pleased because they'd heard about this car so much that it finally got to a show and it won. So it's quite cool to see that one.
And the wonderful thing about Stephen's car, however, if you think about the other cars that have won, until, okay, the Jaguar, but real classic styling, then it's lovely to see that we don't just give awards to modern supercars.
Oh,
And that was what was so wonderful about your car winning that year, because I think there were a lot of people who were thinking, wow, that really is embracing classic cars. So it was wonderful.
yeah, there's a lot of sports cars, aren't there? That's true. Oh.
Yeah.
There was a vintage Bentley which did win a trophy at Salon Privé, and the body was non-original.
Yeah.
And the car had been doctored.
When was that?
I better not mention the year, not long ago. And the body, part of the original body was there, but not the rear section.
But was that the main concourse of the club? Club days are different to the main concourse.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the overall winner. No, it wasn't overall winner.
But the main concourse is also a completely different competition to
Is
the
it?
club day.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was an article in the RREC Spirit and Speed.
Yeah.
But and the gentleman who wrote the article, I happen to know him personally, and I did chat to him, and he was actually unaware of that. But that car is described as sort of a body by a certain coach builder, but the whole rear section of that original body is missing. The car has been recreated in a shortened wheelbase, beautifully restored, magnificent. Give it full marks for that. But it's actually non-original.
And I bet you that was one of the club day trophies.
Yes, I can't recall all the details, Steve, but
Because the main
True.
Salon Privé is, as you say, the international judges, which is the professional judges coming in.
yeah,
That's a different.
then they
thing.
would have picked up on that.
The
I guess.
club day is different to that day.
Yeah.
But there's different
Okay.
competitions.
Authentic and original are the two watchwords in the ICJ.
But I mean, it magnificently restored. Give it full marks there, but
Whereas the club days are
it
more
never
subjective.
existed like that at all. Not that particular place. Yes,
Bring yours along.
no, mine won't live.
It's more original.
Did he have the right spanner?
I can't comment on that. Probably not.
The last, yes, in 2022, the car that was third best in show was a Bentley 8-litre saloon.
Yeah, that was an original car. I know that.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
can't
perfect
think
car.
of that. Certainly in the top three, I can't. That's I only joined
It's just it's a tricky one because there are actually quite a few competitions they run because it goes 5 days, isn't it? So there's various things that happen.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.